Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.
For many, I know it looks so good, right? Everything's in bloom. We think warm temperatures, we think spring flowers, and we think the start of spring break.
Yeah, but as we all know too well, spring isn't always just about nice weather. No, this is also the time of the year we can see big snowstorms and even severe weather sometimes from the same system move through. In fact, just this week, we had several days of severe weather whipping on through the south. Take a look at this video here. As an EF1 tornado tossing a trampoline like it was just a basketball in the town of Moundville, Alabama. It happened on Wednesday. You can see all the debris flying as well.
Yeah, winds here reached up to 110 miles per hour. The National Weather Service is still investigating several more tornado reports. So we had a lot over the 3-day time span, right? I think St. Patty's Day was probably the worst of the bunch. But look at the numbers of tornadoes that are confirmed here already. We're talking about 38 tornadoes. 20 is an outbreak.
So we definitely had an outbreak. In fact, almost EF1s, 18 of those, 15 EF0s. One so far is unknown in terms of the strength, but we know we definitely had that tornado, and 4 of the tornadoes were EF2s as well.
That's right. Well, we know we have another chance for severe weather next week, but first let's get a look at your Saturday snapshot. And honestly, Paul, no severe weather places today where we have to watch out for organized severe storms. That's some good news. Pretty quiet, especially in the east.
In the east for sure, but out towards the west, from snow across California, plenty of snow coming into the northern Rockies and the Wasatch. Great news for if you're spring breaking for skiing, snowboard trips. You got plenty of snow falling right now.
Yeah, so temperatures obviously chilly across the Pacific Northwest and the Intermountain West. The Southwest getting pretty toasty. Look at that, 80s on the way for Phoenix, and feeling more like spring, I would say, with 50s and 60s across the east.
People trying to get back out there and traveling right now. One side, well, after
spend your first spring day at the beach. Of course, a lot of us want to do that, but you may want to think twice if you're in North Carolina. In fact, we have multiple hazards here today, some of which Dr. Postel was just talking about. We've got a live look here at our Surfline camera, and it's showing not too bad across the area. In fact, we're expecting, those clouds to kind of persist through the morning, but the real concern is going to come into the afternoon. High surf is going to be kicking up. We've got wind advisories kicking up, and all of that sets the stage for some showers throughout the week, this upcoming week. So staying out of the water is a good idea. Perhaps a heated pool at the resort if you're staying at one of those, perhaps. There you can see the high surf advisories that are in effect. One of the big concerns here across the Outer Banks is we're going to have some coastal flooding even from the Puget Sound, but from the ocean side, we're expecting that water really to begin to kick up today. So the strong winds are going to push the water up, especially at high tide, and we could even get some overwash over Highway 12 here. So just a big heads up on that. In the meantime, while we have a lot of cloudy conditions across the area, our temperatures are going to be a little bit coolish. This is going to be kind of sweatshirt and pants kind of a day if you're heading out towards the beach, but no reason why you couldn't go for a walk along the water and just try and enjoy that, get some of that fresh salt air and that sea air. Myrtle Beach looking for mostly cloudy skies, 53 degrees. Notice the burn times on here. Yes, burn times, even with the cloud cover. You can get a sunburn through the clouds. It's going to take longer, obviously, about 45 minutes or so. Hatteras, we're expecting to get some breaks in the clouds, especially this afternoon. So be patient. This is going to be, sit out on the balcony and have some coffee this morning and in the afternoon as things begin to improve. But I do think that breeze is going to be pretty persistent throughout the day. 52 degrees, that's your temperature here for Virginia Beach into the afternoon. But it's not just the Outer Banks and the Carolinas where we're concerned about that threat in the water. Rip currents, high risk there, but also moderate all the way up and down the Atlantic coast here in Florida. Paul? Well, still ahead on weekend recharge. It's been rain in many of these areas. So let's talk about the spring storm setup that we have that will result into snow in some places and heavy downpours in others. We've got that big kink in our jet stream, that big dip, and we'll have multiple disturbances that are going to be riding along with this, bringing many chances and widespread precipitation. So we're going to have a northern tier of this and a southern tier of this as well, with two pieces of energy along that front. And we want to start out with the northern tier as this rain begins to develop as we head into the day Monday and into your Tuesday as well. Notice widespread rain as opposed to the snow, but then on the back side of this, we'll start to watch things begin to finish off with some of that snow, and we will likely see some accumulations into the Arrowhead of Minnesota. But I think everybody south of there, even south of Duluth down towards the Twin Cities, this is just going to be a rain event for you. But the Arrowhead could get as much as 3 to 5 inches, perhaps with a little enhancement coming off the lake. A few spots could get into that 5 to 8 inch range. So hopefully something you can handle. Now the southern tier of all this, that low pressure on the southern side, is really going to begin to intensify with an upper level disturbance that sweeps on through with this as well. This is going to tap into all kinds of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and the frontal system is going to eventually kind of stall out with multiple rounds of storms then coming through here. This is going to equate to a lot of heavy rain. I anticipate watches are going to get issued ahead of this within the next day or two, and we could be talking about as much as 3 to 6 inches of rain in some of these spots. Paul? It's going to continue to track off towards the east, and we'll see rounds of rain and thunderstorms developing, especially for the middle of the week across the lower Mississippi River Valley, as well as into parts of the deep south. So that storm system is going to tap into that Gulf moisture. No raging dew points at the onset, as Dr. Postel was talking about, but that's going to change with time. So we'll track the northern tier of this first of all. As we head through your Tuesday, you can see widespread rain showers from the Twin Cities down towards Des Moines. Milwaukee, Chicago getting wet on Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll watch this track off towards the east as well as into your Thursday. So notice widespread rain across the Ohio River Valley, working its way towards the I-95 corridor. Thursday night and into your Friday, that's when we'll start to see the rain break out from Boston through Hartford, New York City, down through Philly, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. Now, rainfall amounts with the showers and thunderstorms could be pretty hefty here at times. I think 1 to 2 inches widespread is a reasonable number to keep in mind here across the lower Great Lakes. Notice the lesser amounts here into the northeast. We start to pick up a little forward speed, so it will be a little bit more progressive by then. But the southern tier of this will see more of that moisture. You'll see more frequent rounds of rain that will put down some heavy downpours that will really add up over time. And check out the big bullseye here with the potential widespread 3 to 6 that could include you, New Orleans, Biloxi over towards Mobile and Pensacola. Even a few spots could be approaching 1/2 of a foot of rain. So this is tomorrow through the rest of the work week. Paul?
All right, that's the